Tonight on Q2, through the devastation comes a miraculous story of survival.
In that moment, it was just like, nope, I have my life, and like, let's stay alive, and then we'll deal with the rest later.
A Red Lodge man kicks out his window as waters rush into his home, a move that saved his life. Plus, never-ending heartbreak for one 83-year-old Montana woman.
They told me to pack things, and I didn't pack hardly anything. I thought I had 2 whole bags full, but guess I didn't. Lots of things gone.
Her house ripped away in the floodwaters, leaving her with nothing. All this after recently losing her husband. And days after the Billings water plant shut down, Senator Tester pays a visit.
And what also adds its urgency is their system is tapped out, and Billings is growing, probably faster than it's ever grown in its life. And so they're going to need this extra capacity.
The focus, how to make sure it never happens again. The MTN News starts right now. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Russ Riesinger. We have seen so much of the aftermath of this week's flooding across our region, but what was it like for those who lived through it? Today, our Casey Conlon found one man who moved to Montana just last month and barely escaped with his life on Monday.
I'm on Platte Avenue here in Red Lodge between 13th and 14th Streets. This all used to be part of the street, but now you have to walk across these boards just to get over this massive sinkhole. It's where Taylor Montfort Eaton found his car early Monday morning. Normally that'd be the worst part of your day, but for him, he was thrilled to be alive after almost getting trapped in this basement apartment as water rushed in.
And then I made my way out into our living room here, and that's when I realized how bad the situation was.
This wasn't what Taylor expected when he left New York for a job at Prerogative Kitchen, one of Red Lodge's most popular spots. This basement apartment less than 3 blocks away seemed perfect for Taylor's first time living alone until he woke up around 4:30 a.m. Monday.
I put my feet down and the water was already up to my calves.
He got into the living room and saw some water coming in from the hallway, but once he opened that door, he ran into an avalanche.
Went up and tried to get through my front door, but the water was coming through so hard I couldn't shoulder the door closed enough to unlatch the lock. And that's the one moment in this whole thing where I lost my absolute mind. I was like, oh my God, I'm dead, this is over. All of a sudden it was just this weird calm, and I realized, I'm not gonna die today.
Taylor went back into his apartment and looked to this egress window.
This window has been cracked and water's starting to come through it. I dug out a shoe from underneath the water, put it on, gave it 3 or 4 solid kicks, and water just started pouring in.
Once Taylor kicked the screen away, there was just enough space for him to get through to safety.
Luckily, I'm not a big guy.
His upstairs neighbors cleaned up the cuts on his arms and got him up to the fairgrounds for some dry clothes. Once the sun came up, he saw what had happened to his car, the cherry on top. In the 4 days since, though, he's found some things to smile about.
Here's the shoe. It ended up in my kitchen cabinet. I have not moved this because I just think it's so funny.
But his biggest win has come from the people around him, helping at every step of the way.
These people have given me everything in 48 hours. I have a place to stay, I have clothes, I have food. What kind of person are you if you receive all that and you don't feel the drive to get back?
I don't know. You won't find any of those people in this town right now. In Red Lodge, Casey Conlon, MTN News.
Red Lodge residents are receiving free personal protective equipment from Alpha Omega Disaster Restoration here in Billings. The PPE equipment was delivered to the Carbon County Fairgrounds earlier this morning. The equipment consists of Tyvek suits, N95 masks, rubber gloves, and goggles. The items will help residents have a higher level of protection as they re-enter their homes and begin to clean up after the flooding. And here's some good news for the town. The 92nd Home of the Champions Rodeo will go on this year. According to a news release, the rodeo grounds are dry and ready for the chutes to open. Rodeo officials have been in contact with the Chamber of Commerce and emergency crews on scene, and they all agree the rodeo and even the parade will go on. Those attending are told to expect delays along the way, and the parade route may change a bit as well. The new motto this year, come hell or high water, we will rodeo. It all kicks off on July 1st and runs through the 4th.
A Roscoe woman has been staying in Billings after losing her home on Monday. The East Rosebud River rose to levels that destroyed her home along Highway 78. We had a chance to talk with her this afternoon.
That river was so angry. and so wild. I've never seen anything like it.
After 66 years in the small community of Roscoe, Jeanette Ostrom's house is no more. She lost it earlier this week when the East Rosebud River spilled its banks. Her son tried to save it with sandbags, and her daughter also came by on Monday. The river rose around the home and then subsided, and the plan was to come back the next day.
It's just the waves were huge, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, it started washing under the house.
The river kept eating away at the bank as it was going around the corner, and we could feel boulders literally rolling, as they got closer to the house.
Jeanette's daughter, Marcia, was also there to help, and they knew it was time to leave.
We were planning to come back the next morning and clean things up. I never dreamt that house would go.
Jeanette is receiving a lot of help from her church and the people in Absaroka and Roscoe, a small community rallying around each other in the face of unexpected tragedy. In Billings, David J., MTN News.
The devastation around south central Montana will be felt for months, if not years. But there were also some tense moments in Billings this week. For the first time ever, the water plant had to be shut down for a short while on Wednesday, and there was uncertainty when operations would continue. That plant is once again working at normal capacity, but today a FEMA administrator and Senator Jon Tester toured the facility to see the impact and search for ways to prevent this from happening again. Our Phil Van Pelt has the story.
After the shutdown of the Billings water treatment plant earlier this week, a plan is in place to avoid similar emergencies in the future, where one of two West End reservoirs is being put in behind me for the city's water supply.
The city of Billings calls this a 500-year event, a natural disaster that not only flooded homes and tore up roads, it also threatened Billings' water supply.
We had stormwater problems, we had wastewater problems, we had water problems.
The river Tuesday didn't just inundate the plant, it also flooded the plant's substation and caused all kinds of damage, forcing all recovery to be done using generators. It's a nightmare scenario that the city is hoping to never repeat.
What we've seen adds some urgency to this, what Billings is trying to do here.
What the city is trying to do is build a new West End water project, which would be a game changer during a natural disaster, boosting the city's water supply from a day or two of water reserves up to a 40-day supply.
This has been our #1 priority for many years. Last year, when there was extended heat, you may remember we did water restrictions. That was because we have peaked. We have absolutely peaked the demand that we can serve from this plant.
This new project is going to cost $140 million. The city hopes $50 million of that will come from FEMA through a grant that's already been once rejected. But the city is confident voters will support it now after what happened this week.
If we get the $50 million grant, the other $100 million will be in the rate base. And so the rates that people have been paying they are set up to be able to help us pay for this plant.
And what also adds its urgency is their system is tapped out, and Billings is growing, probably faster than it's ever grown in its life. And so they're going to need this extra capacity.
Regardless of funding, the city plans to break ground on a new water plant late this summer or in early fall, hoping to prepare the city for another 500-year flood should events like this become a more regular occurrence. In Billings, Phil Van Pelt, MTN News.
Senator Tester then made a trip to Livingston, meeting with city and county officials for a briefing on the damage and recovery efforts over there. Meanwhile, Governor Greg Gianforte made it back to Montana and toured Gardner with Senator Steve Daines and Representative Matt Rosendale today. The delegation surveyed the damage from the recent flooding and held a roundtable discussion on the response and recovery efforts in that part of the state. The tour of the area comes after Governor Gianforte returned from Europe last night. The flooding in the region is the cause of millions in dollars of damages, with several roads in and out of that area damaged or unusable. Floodwaters are beginning to recede, revealing the havoc they wreaked on parts of Montana earlier this week. The Montana Department of Transportation shared this drone video of the Beartooth Highway and said that at least 6 different locations of Highway 212 will need repairs. They're hoping to start that work next week. MDT said the Beartooth Pass will only need cleanup on the Montana side, but the entirety of the highway will remain closed while repair work is finished. A limited reopening of part of Yellowstone National Park is starting to look likely next week. According to a post on the Yellowstone National Park Facebook page, recovery efforts are continuing after the devastating flooding. The Post said visitors could be allowed back in the park's southern loop next week, although there will likely be certain visitor entrance modifications. People planning on visiting the park in coming weeks should stay informed about the status of the park, changes in entry requirements, and road and weather conditions. Meteorologist Matthew Hidalgo joins us now for a first look at weather, and I know a lot of people are wondering if we could see more flooding with all this heat that is moving in.
Yes, by the end of the weekend, we could see a little bit of a bounce back with these river levels. Let's take a look at that forecast for the Yellowstone River here near Billings. By Sunday into Monday, we could see water levels back up to around 11 feet, so nothing like we previously saw this past week, but still, folks, we could see more of this water push down the river, so just be careful. Try not to be around the rivers as much as possible. And for today, we could see the chance of some thunderstorms, especially in those green and yellow shaded areas. Instability is through the roof. Now, if some of these thunderstorms do develop, expect some gusty winds. Stick around. We'll have those full forecast details coming up here in just a bit.
Levels on the Yellowstone River have still not peaked in many places to our east. The Rosebud County Sheriff's Office has been keeping a close eye on the situation, posting these pictures on their Facebook page of a flyover they took earlier today. Sheriff Ellen Fulton tells me they've now peaked there and water is starting to recede. They did have to rescue a couple of ranchers and help dozens of cows get to drier ground, but overall no big problems to report. River levels are expected to peak in Custer County tomorrow. Well, still to come on the MTN 530 News here on Q2 as Montanans celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Constitutional Convention. We're on the search for the original document next. And in sports, best of the best. For the first time ever, Montana will hold a volleyball all-star game. Scott gets us ready for the action coming up in just a bit.
The MTN 530 News continues right after this.